All right. Hey guys, thanks for joining us here on this New Year's Eve. I know it was kind of a last minute thing, but I happened to look at the surge and I was like, oh no, that's during our call that we were supposed to do the goal setting in, and I don't want to take the surge away from you because that is just super fun, exciting, lots going on during that. So I want to make sure everybody is on the surge Monday night, January 4th from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. And we'll talk about it a lot over the weekend. I'll keep reminding everyone, but you basically just log on to YouTube and Carl and the whole home office team will be live from the home office, and they'll be giving lots of announcements and lots of stuff going on. So, but I wanted to make sure we got goal setting done, and I wanted to do it now because it's the last day of 2015, so we want to make sure that you are ready to go for 2016. So something that, basically something that I do a lot of is goal setting. I love it. I do a ton of I've been doing it since I started 5 years ago. I follow Shalene's 30-day push.com. So if you haven't done that, I would do that. It's free. It's 30daypush.com. So make sure you go ahead and do that, and you'll get an email every day from Shalene Johnson telling you, how to be organized, time management, goal setting, all of that good stuff. So everything that I learned and I teach you guys comes from her. So a couple things that I like to make sure that I'm doing with goal setting is figuring out what your priorities are. So a great way to do that is kind of look at a few categories in your life. Like, I'm not going to touch on all of them, but I'm going to touch on a few. So finances is one. Business or career is another. Relationships is another. Your physical health and fitness, your personal development, your personal growth, your environment, like how is your environment every day? Are you comfortable where you're working? Are you comfortable where you're living? Are you comfortable with your car? Just all of that. Environment is so big. So those are the few categories I want you to kind of rate from like a 1 to 5, deciding like what do you want to work on the most. Like, do you want to increase your finances? Do you want to make Beachbody your career? Do you want to change your environment? And that can just be simply cleaning up your office or finding an office space, anything. So rate those categories from a 1 to a 5, 1 being you're the least happiest in, and 5 being, no, I'm good here. And after you do that, I'm going to give you a minute to actually do that, because then the rest of the call will make sense. So basically for me, last year in particular and the year before, 2013, 2014, environment was huge for us. Like, we needed to get out of our current home. The energy wasn't right anymore. We had been there for 15 years. It was supposed to be our starter home. Some great things happened, and then some not so great things happened in that house. So it was, it was starting to weigh on me, like to the point where, you asked, thank you, to the point where it was like, I was having nightmares. I was, just things just weren't right. I felt like I couldn't come out of my shell in that house anymore. I was doing the best I could to succeed in that house and in that environment. So I wasn't using that as an excuse. I wasn't saying, well, as soon as I get out of this house, I'm going to be a rock star in Beachbody. Like, it wasn't like that. It was, I need to do whatever I can in Beachbody to get out of this house. Like, it was that I had such a vision of, I wanted to have team meetings at the house. I wanted to have a Christmas party at the house. I wanted to just feel comfortable inviting people over to look at the business opportunity. Like all of those things. And environmental wise, I wanted to feel just happy and content in a new space. So you'd be really surprised what the energy of an environment can do for you. So, and again, something as simple as, you go to sit down for your Beachbody work and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a mess. I have sticky notes everywhere. I don't know where I'm going. Like, what is happening? Like, it can be something as simple as I need to organize my work space, whether that just be a desk or a table or something that you sit at, but finding a space where you can work. For me, the first few years, it was my bedroom. I felt the most peace in there. I could shut the door. I would take a snack up. I would take a coffee up, and I would just sit on my bed for an hour. I would shut the door, and I would say, Mark, I need an hour. And he would keep the girls away, and I could just sit there for a focused power hour. And it was, that's just what I did. Throughout the day, I would sit at the couch or I would sit at the dining room table. So like I didn't have an office, but I would just find places to work. But the most productive place for me was always my bedroom. So whatever that looks like for you, environment-wise. Some of you, maybe the car, and that's all good. That's where people stay away from you. You might have to drive away. Another thing was like finances. Like do you need to work on your finances? Meaning, are you looking to get out of debt? Are you looking to save money? Are you looking to be more financially secure? And if that's something you need to be working on, you are definitely in the right spot because Beachbody can do all that for you. So, I'm not going to go through every category, but those are just some ideas of kind of where my mind was at my first 5 years in Beachbody. At the beginning, it was finances. We needed to get out of debt. We had just filed bankruptcy. We needed to get some savings under our belt. Like we had goals every year based on finances, based on business, based on environment. So out of all of those categories, you want to decide what is the lowest score. So if you're scoring a 1 in finances or financial freedom or whatever that category is for you, then that's where you need to focus, right? Like this is my big goal for 2016 is to make more money in Beachbody. And so if that is your big push goal, what does that look like, right? So one of the things I like you guys to do is write out like a whole list of 10 big goals for the whole year. But I don't want us focusing on that. I just want you to have that list kind of for yourself. Things like I will be a 5-star diamond by the end of the year. I'll be an elite coach. I'll be a diamond. I will hit Success Club 10 every single month this year. Whatever those are, great. And I want you to do that. And you can do that another time. I want you to sit down and do that. And I want to see those top 10 goals. But then I want you to take whatever that push goal is, and I want you to find 3 things that you're going to make happen in the first quarter of 2016. Okay, so currently for us, it is finances again for us, and it's not anything, we're doing fine. I'm super grateful. I'm blessed for all of it. But in order to do a few things in our home, and in order to be able to do things bigger for the team, we need to make more money, right? And so I have a goal to make more money, and it's very specific. And the goal is my left leg volume is going to increase to 66,000 a week, and that's going to make everything else better or everything else happen, right? So whatever that looks like for you. So if you're thinking, okay, so quarter 1, 2016, finances are number 1 for us. I would like to be making consistently $250 every week, or let's go to 500. So quarter 1, 2016, my goal by the last Thursday of the month, March 31st, is to be making $500 a week. Okay, so you want to get very specific. You don't want to say, I want to make more money. I want to be more financially secure. I want to lose weight. I want to be healthy. I want to be fit. Yes, we all want to do all those things, but get very specific. I will be making $500 a week by 3/31/2016. And that can be, I want to see 3 goals for quarter 1. Another goal, whatever that next category was for you, your health and fitness maybe. For me, that's my next category. Like, I need to finish a program for real like I used to when I was a real coach, a good coach, right? So my goal is to start off the new year tomorrow on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm doing the 3-day refresh, and I'm not happy about it. I'm scared. I may have bullied my husband into doing it with me this morning, but we are doing it. So I want to start off 2016 with a bang. And then I'm going right into Masters Hammer and Chisel. I'm taking before pictures. I'm doing measurements. I'm doing all those things a good coach should do like I used to. And we're doing pictures. We're going to do the side view, the front view, the back view. We're doing everything. So that's my next thing. I will, by 3/31/2016, I am back under 130 pounds. I don't really focus on the scale, but I just know what that's going to happen. I am feeling healthy and fit and great, and I've completed a program, and I've submitted my 3-day refresh to the Beachbody Challenge and my Hammer and Chisel to the Beachbody Challenge. So very specific on what's going to be happening in the first quarter for me. One of the other goals is a rank goal. So we are determined to hit 15-star first quarter of 2016. So whatever that looks like for you, I am going to be a diamond by 3/31/2016. I am going to be a 1-star by 3/31/16, whatever, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, whatever those look like for you. Make it realistic, make it a little bit of a push, but set it. So those are just to give you ideas. You know, obviously you don't have to copy. It doesn't have to be rank. It doesn't have to be income. It doesn't, whatever. Those are just ideas of what you could possibly do. Then what you're going to do is you're going to break down what does that look like. So for me, my biggest push goal is the 66,000 in volume on my left leg per week. That is happening this year, come hell or high water, right? So that is like, I am doing this, we are doing this as a team, this is going to happen. How am I going to do that? So my steps to make that happen are part of my daily to-do list. And that looks like signing 15 coaches a month. So per week, I need to be talking to, or per day, I need to be talking to at least 10 new people every day. I need to, or 15 even, that's probably even 15 people, new people every single day in order to reach that goal. Working with my closest coaches who are super close to Diamond and who are engaged, who get on the Zoom calls, who are hitting Success Club, who are talking to me, like those coaches that, if there are people that say to me, yeah, I want to be Diamond, and I never hear from them, they're not in my 15-star plan. They're just not. I can't. How can I rely on someone to be Diamond when they don't talk to me, right? They may do it, and that would be amazing, and more power to them, but I'm not going to focus my energy with them because they're not giving me any energy back, right? I don't see them in the team page. I don't see them on these Zooms. I don't know what's going on. So I have to look at that list and decide, okay, who am I really counting on for this 15-star goal, right? Or to increase this volume. There are a couple coaches on that leg that need to work, that are working towards 5-star. So I know that I'm giving them all they want from me. Nicole, I want to be 2-star by quarter 1, 5-star by summit. Great. Those 5 to 7 coaches, I'm going to give them all of my time. So in the meantime, I'm recruiting new people. I'm taking them through the Team Passion system, and the ones that rise up are the ones that get more of me. And I set that precedence with my coaches. They know that. Like, I send them the job manual, I send them the coach modules, and I say, after you're done, your job now is to stock my inbox every day. I want to hear from you. I want you to ask me questions. So that's set up front. So I don't feel like I'm abandoning any new coaches who aren't stepping up. You know, I don't feel guilty like, oh, well, I'm not paying attention to everyone. I'm only paying attention to the ones that are working, because everyone gets the same plan. Everyone gets the same piece of me. Everyone gets the same, here's how it works. Here's your next step. And then it's up to them to take it. I have such big goals and dreams in life and in this company, and I can't worry about every single person that I sign up, especially if it's 15 to 20 people a month. I can't. So out of those 15 to 20 people a month, one may be successful. And you have to be okay with that. Like, that has to be something that you're okay with. So if your goal is to sign 3 people up every month, you may not get any rock stars out of that. It may take you 3 months to find your one. Okay, so this whole business is for sure numbers. And that's the thing. If you're, one of the biggest blocks that I get from people is, I'm not talking to enough people. Or I have a lot of people, but for some reason I'm not inviting them. I'm terrified, right? The ones that rise up from Emerald to Ruby to Diamond to 1-star to 2-star, and like every quarter something new is happening, they have those same fears and those same excuses and those same like nerves, which they don't use them as excuses. They just plow forward and figure it out. And I don't hear from our most successful coaches in this business, I don't hear from them any complaints. They don't message me and say, so, you know, this person did this. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't have a big enough list. They just say to me, okay, Nicole, I'm struggling a little right now. I feel like my list is diminishing. What do I do? Help me. I was thinking I should do this, this, and this. And I'm like, yep, go, right? So if you're looking for your coach to give you all the answers, you're going to continue to struggle. So you've got to make sure that you are taking ownership of your business. All of you are given the same system, right? You go into the Team Passion page and click on the cover photo, and the coach modules are right there. In the Team Passion training website, there's a file called Team Passion System for Success. Takes you right through it. We did a Zoom call on our Team Passion YouTube channel called Team Passion System for Success. I literally, the entire month of November and December, talked about our Team Passion System for Success in every Zoom call for the first 10 to 15 minutes. So even if your coach isn't plugged into all of that, you sitting here right now on this Zoom call know it exists. Even if it's the first time you've ever heard it, that's great. Well, that's okay. So I want you to go take those steps. Do the modules. Even if you're an Emerald, almost Diamond, and you're like, well, I never really did the modules, I probably don't need to. I would, because I want you to know what your new coaches are seeing. And the other thing is, I want you to tell me what we need to update, because we need to update a few things in the coach modules. One of them, we did it last January, so one of them is the Emerald video. So things like that, you know, I look for leaders from all over in the downline. I don't know if you've been noticing a lot more on the Team Passion page. We have people who come in the morning and post personal development quotes. And I love it. And it was only a matter of me just saying that on Zoom calls. Hey, I would love for you guys to be more interactive in the Team Passion channel and the page, right? Like this Facebook page, it's not me. It's not the Nicole Show. It's all of us. It's all of us. And so you can offer anything to that page. Anything. It doesn't just... You know, you had a great conversation with a coach. Tell us about it. You know, just tell us about it. We want to hear. All right, I'm going to open up some questions. Is anyone having a hard time with their first round of goals? Does anyone want to talk through some goals here with us? Has anyone thought about any goals that they want to share? Have you started like a little... Just from that list we just did, you thought of one? I tried not to, you guys can unmute yourself. I muted you all, so you can unmute yourself if you want to speak up. I tried not to cloud you with my goals, but I was just giving you an example. My goals in the very beginning of this business was emerald in 30 days, ruby in 60, diamond in 90. I skipped over ruby and went right to diamond. And then it was every quarter after that, rank advancing. So every 90 days, it was then 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. And a couple of them jumped, like from 3 to 5, we did, I think, in a quarter. But those were my goals. My goals always were to hit Success Club every single month. I think this December is 65 months in a row for me hitting Success Club. So it was non-negotiable for me every month. That was what I was doing. So my goals, they started with, I'm going to make $250 a week. Then it was, once I got there, 500. Then it was 1,000. Then it was 1,500. Then it was 2,000. So I did 500 increments for every goal for income. You want to be strategic with your volume. So you should, even if you're like brand new and you've never really looked at this stuff, set a volume goal, because that's going to make you look at that. Like you're going to, if you're like, okay, I want to make $250 a week, in order to do that, your volume has to get up there. It can't just be, 90 a week. You can't just have 90 on one leg and 500 on the other every week. That's going to get you one cycle. So you want to make sure that that weak leg, if you have one, is starting to go incrementally. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. It should just keep going up by 100 every week. Same thing if your legs are even. Have them go up by 100 every week. Just set kind of that goal. Now it's going to go up by 500 and 1,000 once you find a rock star business partner. So as soon as as you're building to diamond, you're looking for your emeralds that are going to also build to diamond. As soon as they start building to diamond, and then they have coaches that are building to diamond, your volume just starts exponentially growing. So if right now it's all you, it seems nearly impossible, right? If you're the only one running, like you're running your account and you're running your mom's account and you're running your spouse's account and you're trying to get to diamond that way, that's a lot of work, right? So you're looking for a business partner that can help you with those legs, one on each leg, so it can help that grow.
Hi, Nicole. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Okay. I'm in the car driving back from Mass. Yes. So I'm pretty good at hitting Success Club. Like, that's not really my issue. My issue is finding business partners. Like, I put the business opportunity out there, but I guess I haven't found my lifers, and just, I don't know, what are some tips really to like get people like really motivated to work this business? I'm just like, that's what I'm struggling with, because I lost my diamond because I had someone, I was 1 star qualifying, and then the person I had that was diamond dropped out completely.
Yeah.
So it like definitely affected me, and I know I can't rely on like one person.
Right.
So I think that's where I'm struggling, is finding people to work the business.
So I would say your next goal, so if you're good with hitting Success Club, chances are the majority of those people are challengers, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to be hitting Success Club with coaches now. So like at least 6 points a month coming in from coaches signing up, not discount coaches, real coaches. Right. So 3 coaches every month coming in consistently. That's the only way. So it's not like, oh, well, it's not a matter of this person not doing it or this person finding like they're going to emerge from that consistency. It may take, like I said, if you do 3 coaches in January, 3 coaches in February, 3 coaches in March, you may only find 1 rock star in there from those 3 months. So then, then you might just have to up that to 5 coaches a month, so, and something that I do to find my business partners is I'm very, I am a recruiter. Like I am in recruiting mode. Who am I looking for? Who do I want? Like I know who I want. One of the first things I do when I decide who I want as a business partner is I write down who I don't want. So it's something so I write down in my journal, okay, who don't I want as a business partner? and I release them out of my head onto the paper, out into the world. They're for somebody else, but they're not for me, right? And so it's someone who complains a lot, someone who seems to have coach relationship issues every other day, someone who, those are all the people that I don't want, right? So I write down all of those, and then I go into, okay, who do I want? And something that happens a lot even for me now, 5.5 years into this thing, I'll sit back, like this year, we missed it. We missed Elite this year. We didn't have the 2 diamonds rank advance. We only had 1. And I sit back and I go, oh, what could I have done differently? And I could have just recruited more people, but I don't. One of the coaches who became diamond, she came along in October, and she's amazing. So people like that always remind me that, okay, you know what? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. It's just a matter of finding those people, and it's like a needle in a haystack, right? A lot of people don't want to work, right? A lot of people, or it's not that they don't want to, but they don't realize how hard this is, right? Like we're trying to undo years of, you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, your job is secure, your boss tells you what to do, you go home at 5 o'clock and you're good to go, you just focus on your family at night, right? We're trying to undo all that. Like this is, being an entrepreneur is, you are working a lot more than just that, right? Like you can set your business hours, and I want you to do that, but it's always on your mind. Right? Where's my next coach going to come from? Where's my next challenger going to come from? Oh, I love my coaches. I love my We're always thinking about them. We do have to unplug. I get that whole piece. But those are the people you want. You want people who are coachable, who are teachable, who are willing to undo everything they've learned and try to learn this new thing for financial freedom. So this business looks so appealing, and it looks so, from the outside sometimes, it looks so easy and so fun and so sexy. And then you get into it and you're like, wait, this person just told me no. Wait, this person just told me they blocked me. This person just told me that they hate my post. Wait, what? This isn't what? Wait, right? Like we're just like, this isn't fun. But you have to just keep pushing through in that personal development, and you have to journal about the people that you do want often. Like don't, yeah. So like, I know we talk about that a lot on the Diamond page. We talk about journaling about your lifer, and people will do that and they're like, I've tried that. I'm like, well, how many times? So it's like, journal about your lifer 5 to 10 times a month if you have to, like until they appear. There's no rule to how many times there's just a rule of doing it less, so make sure that you're journaling, make sure you up if you look back at your Success Club points in 2014, 15, like how many were actual business building coaches, right?
Right. No, that's good. Like, I think I'm afraid of overwhelming like new coaches, because when they come in, I feel like I have so much that I want to give them. But it's a lot at first. Like there's our team pages, and there's the chats and the challenge groups and everything. And I feel like it can be really overwhelming to someone just coming in. And I think I'm afraid of overwhelming someone.
So if so that's a block. Like if you're like,
right.
That's what you're saying every day, if you're like, oh my God, I don't know, because this is so overwhelming, then they're going to feel overwhelmed.
Well, right.
So you're projecting that, and you're assuming that they're going to feel like that. So like my new coach, that's why I put the system down. They come into the page and you give them the job manual, and that's it. That's their first 4 weeks in the business. And the job manual says week 1, do this, week 2, do this, week 3, do this, week 4, do that. And the modules are in there. And so some will come back. It's like I have about 6 new coaches right now that all came in at the end of last year. And some of them are like stuck with, I need to know more before I continue. And some of them are like, I don't know, I'll figure this out as I go along. I'm just going to go. So some of them say to me, I'm overwhelmed. And I'm like, okay, well, what have you done so far? And we just work it. And then some of them are like, I'm just going. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to ask you questions every day. So you have to let go of that, because that's something that you're projecting.
Okay. No, I mean, I have the few like starting coach basics right now, like January 4th. And so if they're like before Coach Basics, if there's some time before doing that, they should just be doing the modules, correct?
Yep, you should give them the job manual, which has the module link in it. And then, yes, the first of every month, whatever you guys are doing on your team, we're doing.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You bet. Anybody else? I think that was helpful, little training for everyone on that one. I like when those questions come up because usually when someone has a question, everybody has the same question. All right. Well, I look forward to kind of seeing all of your goals. I'll get this recording up on the YouTube channel for you to go back to. But you can certainly start posting. I've been posting my goals. Like I feel like I post them every other day, but it's for accountability. I just want to get them out there. I want the universe to hear them. I want the team to hear them. I want everybody to hear them so that they happen. So that's the key. If you're afraid to set goals and you're afraid to share them, they're not going to happen. Okay, so there's a lot of training by Brian Tracy and Chalene Johnson and Tony Robbins, Brenda Burchard, all of those great personal development mentors that tell you, Darren Hardy, that you have to write them down and you have to share them for accountability. Yeah.
I have to ask a question.
Yeah.
And if I wait, I'm not going to ask it.
Yeah.
I've seen some people post where they like go on a friending spree. Is there like a certain kind of person that you're looking for? Like, do you look through their page before you like add them to see if they're like working out or anything, or what do you look for?
Yeah. So
you just randomly add.
So first, you want to make sure you're careful on the friending sprees because Facebook will shut you down. They'll put you in jail. So only do 2 a day. But I look in the mutual friend, or whatever, it's a suggestion. So I'll scan their page real quick. If it's like, if they don't have a profile and like, or, they're swearing a ton and they're just like, nobody's interacting with them. I'm like, so I won't. So yeah, sometimes I'm picky. Sometimes if it's like people from high school, I'll just friend them and I won't worry about it. And so in the beginning for me, it was everyone from high school. It was all of my past coworkers. It was people from college. And I didn't stop and go, oh, do I remember them? I don't really know if I liked that. Like, I just did it. I just hit add. And then as you're looking through your news feed, you can certainly unfriend people as you're like, oh yeah, no, this isn't who I thought they were going to be. So you can also go on an unfriending spree and kind of unfriend people after that. But I also try to not to judge a book by its cover, and I try to give people benefit of the doubt for a little bit. But yeah, I would definitely, when I started this business 5.5 years ago, I had 250 friends. And I just did 2 people a day, every day, and I just figured that piece out. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm journaling about who am I looking for? Who are my ideal people? It's just, and as you're journaling about them, as you're thinking about them, as you're just writing notes each day about them, they start to appear. I can't explain it, but they just appear magically.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Anything else? All right. I can't wait to see these goals. We are going to do more of this at Super Saturday. We're going to probably do this through the entire month of January and make sure everybody is like getting this piece because it's so important. So watch this Zoom again. We will see you. So Monday night, January 4th, we will see you on the Surge. So we'll all be talking about it on the team page. So we won't do this Zoom. Thank you so much for joining me at the last minute and have a happy new year. Bye guys.